Trained in the Paris workrooms of Christian Dior, Elsa Schiaparelli and Jeanne Paquin, Pierre Cardin's future unfolded before him at an early age. Building on the pioneering innovations of his mentors, Cardin rocketed to global fame with his ready-to-wear designer label and erected an apparel and product empire by putting his name not just on clothing but also on sunglasses, luggage, carpets and even kitchen appliances. Cardin was the first women's designer to launch a collection for men, neckties, shirts, jackets and more, and the first French couturier to venture eastward to Asia, where much of his catalogue was made and where a largely untapped market awaited. By the end of the 1960s, his name alone was a magnet for the fashion-minded who found his designs to be hip, provocative and sometimes wonderfully outrageous. Admired and imitated until the end, Cardin died Tuesday at a hospital outside Paris, his family told French media. France's Academy of Fine Arts announced his death in a tweet but did not give a cause. Cardin was 98. 9 years after opening his first salon in 1950, Cardin broke with the custom-order clothing tradition and styled a ready-to-wear collection for Printemps, a Paris department store. With that he became the first French couturier to create designer-label ready-to-wear clothes. He also became the first French designer to make inroads into the Asian fashion market, first doing business in Japan starting in 1957 and China in the 1970s. He staged the first French couture fashion show in Beijing in 1979. It was far-sighted of Cardin. Valerie Steele, a fashion historian at the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City, told The Times some years ago. Nowadays the fashion industry depends so much on Asia, not only to produce clothes but also as a major consumer market. Cardin led the way, she said. He didn't invent designer licensing. His former employer, Dior, had dabbled in it in the late 1940s when he put his name on women's stockings made by a U.S. manufacturer. Cardin didn't invent the designer boutique either. Another of his former employers, Schiaparelli, had her own shop in Paris when that was a novelty. It was Cardin, however, who expanded these ideas to global proportion. He was a talented designer and a talented businessman. You don't often see that. Fashion historian Victoria Steele, director of special collections at UCLA's Young Research Library, said in a 2005 interview with The Times. In his fashion designs and his approach to business, he was a